I take out a pan from the bottom cabinet, setting it on the burner. Looking in my fridge, I take out an egg with a few pieces of bacon. I set the bacon on the pan, tapping my hand on the counter rhythmically as I watch it sizzle. After a short while, I crack open the egg and pour its contents onto the pan. Breaking up the yolk in the pan, I start to whistle until the breakfast is ready. Finally. I slide the food onto a plate and set it down on the table. Before sitting down, I quickly open my fridge once more to grab a glass of orange juice. There's no sounds to be heard in the room besides the air blowing from the AC unit. It's a little irritating. I take a remote for the TV and turn it on to serve as a sort of background noise. Finishing the last of my breakfast, I place my plate inside the sink. I'll have to clean that later today. For now, I should start heading towards the bus. I grab my bag and make sure the TV's off before exiting the apartment. This time around, the school entrance was clear of any pesky club advertising. I can finally forget about all that club business for once. Inside my locker are the books required for my classes today. I take them out, replacing them with my other textbooks. Closing the locker door, I notice someone familiar. Isn't that the guy from Sayori's club? I would have thought I'd remember him being this close to my locker. I turn away once he notices me looking in his direction. Nothing against him, but I want to stay out of all this club business. Before I'm able to walk to the main hall, however, I sense him approach me. Hey, you're Sayori's friend, right? What does he want? She happens to be an acquaintance, sure. Well, I was wondering if I could talk to you about something. Sorry, but I have something to do before class. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think you'd maybe have some free time during lunch? I'm not sure. But what about after school? I notice him starting to follow me from behind. He really is persistent, isn't he? And here I thought Sayori could get a little annoying. I said I don't know. I just want to talk for a few minutes, that's all. You sure you wouldn't have any time today? Dang it, I don't need to... Please, enough. You should go to class. There's no reason to keep following me. Right. I'm sorry. The kid walks off towards the other side of the school, or the hall, with a defeated expression on his face. With him finally out of the way, I continue towards my first class of the day. I step into the classroom, heading straight for my assigned desk. Where's... Thankfully, today should be easy. I don't know which teacher this might be.
Allie, can you come over here for a second?
Yeah. Confused, I walk over to my teacher's desk.
I got a call earlier telling me to send you up to the principal's office.
The principal's office? Why is that?
I'm not quite sure. He only requested that I send you over. You should go there immediately.
Alright. The principal's office, huh? I wonder what this is all about. Oh, God. You gotta be kidding me.
Allie, please take a seat for me.
I comply by falling back into one of the chairs, arms crossed.
So, you mind explaining why I called you here?
I'll allow him to explain it for me.
You beat me up for no reason. And then you broke my fucking nose.
No reason? You came to me first.
That's enough, both of you.
Yeah. You came to me first is what he said, yeah. Just making sure.
It has come to my attention that you, Hallie, have assaulted him along with 2 other students just outside the school premises.
It's gonna keep happening, man.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you have anything to say for that?
The 3 of them came up to me first, and then tried cornering me for something I didn't do.
What might that be?
Last week they blamed me for hitting her, and wanted some kind of revenge against me. Hold on.
But you're dead!
I said that's enough. So, Hallie, did you hit her?
Of course not. She was trying to extort cash out of some girl and I stepped in to help. At the very worst, I grabbed onto her wrist to prevent her from punching the person.
Right. And did you know this girl?
No. I shouldn't wrap Sayori into this bullshit. She left before I could catch her name, too.
Uh-huh. Well, what do you have to say about what he said?
What he said was a total underplay of what happened.
Oh, great.
You see?
She proceeds to go on a near 5-minute rant about various stuff I obviously didn't do, some of which even contradict her previous statements. I stood in silence, awaiting my chance to speak up.
And that's what really happened.
I see.
Well, it seems you've been active in fabricating this story.
It's not fabricated and you know it.
I look over to the guy who surprisingly seems a little confused himself.
Do you have any sort of proof for any of that?
No, but I have a video of him assaulting them.
What? There was no one in the area at that time except the three guys.
Can I see that video?
Yeah, here.
She pulls out her broken phone, and sure enough, it displays a video of the four of us. I also take notice of the starting frame, which is slightly after the first punch was thrown. It also seems as if she was recording behind something, as some sort of foliage covers part of the screen. The video doesn't play any real audio, or at least nothing of importance. Just the sound of the background wind with the occasional gasp. After about 30 seconds, the recording stops on a frame of me standing over the three of them. If it were to play for just a couple seconds longer, it might have shown me sitting them to the benches. Of course, I doubt she'd want to show that part. Way to cherry pick what happened.
What? I didn't say you're getting on the bus, right? After leaving them hurt on the floor? You should be grateful.
You should know that's not what happened. Just after...
That's it. I know all that I need to know. Hallie, whether you were provoked or not, the video clearly shows you attacking the three students. And for that, I believe a 45-minute after-school detention will be a sufficient punishment.
45 minutes? What kind of punishment is that?
To my knowledge, Hallie has attended 2 other schools along with this one, all without any records of delinquency.
I suppress a smirk from creeping across my face as he says that. Didn't expect I'd be let off that easily, but hey, who am I to judge? The principal looks over the guy who's been surprisingly quiet this whole time.
You, on the other hand, have had a multitude of incidents dating back to first year. That video might show him throwing the first punch, but it would appear as though the video shows only the aftermath of the whole situation. It also seems you and your 2 friends made no effort to back away from the situation either. Am I correct?
Yes.
For the rest of the week, I want to see you and the other 2 students involved in detention for no less than 1 hour.
What?
You heard me.
That's insane! He doesn't have to go for a whole week. He's the one who caused all this.
You have absolutely no proof of Hallie starting any sort of trouble. The only proof you do have is easily understandable as self-defense. And while we condemn the act of self-defense in this school, it would seem that being faced with 3-to-1 odds that he simply felt as if there was no other choice. Am I correct, Hallie?
Yes, thank you.
As for what Hallie said earlier about you attempting to extort money out of that girl, unless either of you can provide sufficient proof of the occurrence, no action will be taken.
Hold on.
I'm telling you, I didn't.
I'm not claiming that you did. If evidence pops up in the near future, however, you'll be getting the same punishment as your friend. Your second classes will start in roughly 10 minutes. I'll exempt your absence, but I advise you all to catch up with any of the work you might have missed. You three are now dismissed.
45 minutes, huh? I guess that could have gone a lot worse. Before I know it, lunch period rolls around. Man, time really goes by quick. As usual, I pass the crowd of students to reach the intersecting hall. It's a night and day difference in just these 2 halls alone. In fact, I could probably count the amount of students loitering around here on one hand. I would never wish for it to be any different. The sun greets me as I open the door leading to the school's rooftop. Finally, I can take a much-needed break and enjoy some food. Hey! What is he doing here? See, already told me you'd prefer to have lunch here. So I thought I'd try asking again, if you aren't too busy. And if I was busy, then I don't know. Whatever, it's probably best to just get this out of the way now anyways. I head over to one of the benches and sit down. 7 minutes. Huh? That's all the time I can spare to talk right now. Oh, okay. Inside my bag sits the lunch I prepared for myself the day prior. I pull it out along with the metal fork I packed to go with it. It's around this time that he takes a seat on the other side of the bench. He hesitates for a moment before finally speaking up. So, you were that person she went to meet a couple days back, right? I suppose so. When did you 2 first meet? The day before she went to talk to me during lunch. So, Wednesday. Huh, I thought she would have known you for longer. Why so? Well, I just thought maybe... You're Saori's friend, right? Yeah, we've been friends for quite a long time. Then you should already know how queer her overly cheerful personality could be. Heh, I guess you're right about that. I take a few bites out of my lunch as an awkward silence looms between us. If he's going to be so hesitant, then why was he so persistent to talk with me? After a few more seconds, Eli finally starts stalking again. Any reason she'd want to follow someone like you, though? I didn't mean it like that. I just meant like, I helped her with a little problem she was having. After that, she found me the following day to say her thanks. Problem? What kind of problem would Sayori have? Nothing much, just some bitch trying to extort a new phone out of her.
Eh? How is that just a little problem?
Now that you mention it, I guess that really would be more than just a small problem for someone like her.
Well, yeah. Jeez.
Sayori never told me she was getting bullied. Really? I figured she would have told you at some point.
No, she never did.
Uh-huh. So, do you like Sayori?
Well, I know how she can be sometimes, but I saw you two together a lot during the club presentations.
I was wondering if you thought of her the way she thinks of you. I don't think that's possible. Sayori's an interesting character. She can make even a mere stranger such as myself seem like her best friend.
I guess you're right about that.
Even so, she's been really upset since Friday. It kind of worries me. I just haven't seen her like that in a while, you know?
Are you sure you guys had nothing? I was trying to make a thought come out of my face. Are you sure you guys had nothing going on?
No. I already told you.
Right, sorry.
It's not much longer before the awkward silence returns once again. I use this opportunity to check the time on my phone. It's been over 10 minutes. Is something wrong?
I'm sorry if it's because of what I said.
It's not. Just thinking is all.
Oh, so about the club. I know you were probably busy, but how come you left so early?
I had to get ready for work.
Huh. You know, the others were interested in meeting you. I mean, who wouldn't be if one of our members kept talking to one person in the crowd?
A crowd of 2 other people?
Yeah. We really hoped more people would show up, but I guess people aren't all that interested in literature. I know there's going to be more chances in the future to try again, but it makes me wonder if there's more we could have done to reach more people then.
You all did fine. Literature just isn't a top interest for many people. But that doesn't mean there's no one out there willing to give it a try. And assume your members are all there for that very reason.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. But what about you?
What about me?
Do you think you'd be able to give it a try? Even just for just a moment?
Why did you have to use my own damn argument against me? Exclamation, not a question. Dots, more dots. Why? Why the hell do I find it so damn hard to say no to these people? I don't know. Okay, not a question.
It's alright. Well, it was nice meeting you, man.
He extends his arm out with a closed fist towards me. Unsure of what to do, I cautiously return the gesture.
If you ever change your mind, we meet all days of the week. I'll, see you around, I guess.
I watch as Eli stands up from the bench and exits the roof entrance. Wow, how out of touch is SLMC not to know what a fist bump is? All the while I remain seated. Dots. For some odd reason, I'm not even hungry anymore.
So, was anyone able to answer number 5?
I knew it was useless. I wonder how Sarah... Now, read the other one now? I'm gonna read the other one now. I wonder how Sarah was able to convince someone like him to even stop by for the festival. It's like talking to a damn wall.
Dots. There's just something I don't understand about that guy. The entire time he had his unwavering, calm, yet firm voice. It felt like he didn't even want me there the whole time. I mean, he lightened up at the end, I guess. He originally said 7 minutes, but we ended up talking for around half the period. Despite that, he didn't really seem all that interested in Sayori or the club. Whatever, at least I can say I tried.
Eli, how about you answer this for me?
Fuck. Why did she have to call on me? It was the girl teacher that time. I quickly skim over the question in an attempt to solve the problem as fast as possible. Bring the side over, back to the numbers. Shit, then what?
Were you even paying attention, Eli?
Yeah, God, I should just answer the question already. Is it 3 over 5?
Incorrect. You should really be focusing on your work, Eli.
Yeah. Some student across the room raises their hand.
Yes?
Isn't it 5/3?
Correct, thank you.
Oh, come on! I just mixed up the two numbers, that's not fair. Focus on your work, as if I wasn't just one number swap away from getting the correct answer. This class really does suck.
Okay, class, that's all for today. Have a great afternoon.
I stretch my arms out while stepping out of the classroom. Finally! I don't think this day can go by any slower. I swear the day I have to solve another math problem using only my head is the day I'll quit school entirely. After a short walk, I come across the room number for the club. Stepping inside, I'm greeted with the usual scene. Natsuki's by the closet, Yuri's at her desk, Monika's working on something, and Sayori's... where is Sayori? Towards the opposite end of the room, I spot her sitting at a desk in the corner of the room. It looks as if she's staring blankly at a sheet of paper, possibly thinking of what to write. Her expression isn't reminiscent of the Sayori I'm familiar with, however. It sort of reminds me of how she looked during the end of the festival. This is actually incorrect. It would have to be sort of OF. This is sort have. It's sort have reminds me. I should go check on her. Yo, Sayori.
Thoughts?
Sayori! To get her attention, I tap at the paper she's staring so deeply at. Is everything alright?
Yeah. Sorry if I made you worry.
Are you sure? Everything doesn't seem alright to me.
Of course. Why wouldn't it be?
Sayori, we've known each other for how many years now? It just feels like you're a little off.
You worry too much about me, Eli. I'm fine.
Sayori shows me a big smile, hiding the fact that she was spacing out seconds ago.
You should go check on the others. They might still be a bit sad over the festival.
Alright then. Just remember, if there's anything you need to talk about, I'm here, okay?
I know.
If you say so. I worriedly glance at Sayori before turning back towards the others. Natsuki's still reading passively at her usual spot, but now it seems Monika and Yuri are engaged in a conversation. I also notice a container filled with cupcakes placed on one of the front desks, along with Yuri's tea set. If these are from the festival, I'm surprised by how many remain. Or at least to the many cupcakes that were feasted on by the few who came to check us out. I pop open the top of the container and take one of the leftover cupcakes. Wait, they still look fresh. And taste fresh, too. Did Natsuki make another batch? I take another bite just to make sure. Yep, that's a new batch, alright. Cupcake in hand, I walk over to Monika and Yuri. Yo!
Hey, Eli, what's up?
Nothing much. Just seeing what you girls are doing is all.
Well, Yuri and I were discussing the plan for this week. And I see you've already taken notice of the cupcakes Natsuki brought.
Oh, yeah. What's of them, anyway? What's of them? Some kind of special occasion?
They're supposed to be for when any new members come in.
Huh? Oh, right. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's just, you might want to finish that quick before Natsuki finds out.
Shit. I quickly check over to where Natsuki's sitting. It doesn't seem like she noticed, thankfully. Phew.
Anyways, we've been doing the same activity ever since you joined the club, so I wanted us all to try something new. After all, assigning poems every club meeting is untypical for a literature club.
I see. So what did you girls have in mind?
That's what we're unsure of. I proposed that we find a book to read as a club. That way we can express our thoughts together while we read. I second that. There's a few novels I'd love to share with you all.
Yeah, there's no way I'm reading Portrait of Markov anytime soon.
You can actually combine the any and time on that one. It can be one word. We turn as Natsuki chimes in from the other side of the room, bringing her into the conversation as well. I instinctively hide the cupcake away behind my back, hoping she didn't notice.
And it's not like you guys would like to read anything I would normally read, so you can scratch that idea.
Natsuki?
She's right. As nice as it would be for us all to pick up a book together, we all have our own differing interests. We would need to find something that works for everyone. Or you could all just, agree to expand your horizons mutually.
We can always go back to doing our own things and reading silently.
This is a literature club, Natsuki. We need to find something that works for everyone.
I don't have any other ideas then.
How about short stories? It's like what we've been doing with the poems, except more narrative?
I believe you're thinking of a narrative poem, Eli. A short story is simply that, a shortened story.
Oh, sorry, I thought that they were pretty much the same thing.
Short story, narrative poem, they're still both great suggestions, Eli. If I had to choose, though, I'd go with the short stories. That way we can get right into trying something different.
Natsuki and Yuri stay quiet. Sensing their discomfort, I decide to speak up. How about we start with narrative poems first? I know I suggested the short stories idea and all, but I feel like should start with that first. That way we can ease our way into doing a short story.
That's not a bad idea. I would be fine with that.
What about you, Natsuki?
Dots. Fine. That doesn't sound too bad anyways.
Alright then.